Y'all heard about the Florida man acting like he was captured by the cartel to get money from his wife? Beethoven, he said, it's as if Boeing is a bad company overall. Why does it take for this boy to die for them to be like, oh, yeah, he deserves life now?
Dangerous.
Yeah.
So they thought it was better that they did it with her.
Yeah.
And the logic behind that is absolutely sick. There are people, individuals, that literally wake up and the first thing they do is get on TikTok.
Dude, these are people that make laws, man. This is what they have to say. To the kids, we trust news. Where if you are sensitive to any one of the topics that we talk about or show you on this show, we
do
not
care.
We don't care.
Still don't care.
We actually don't care.
Never cared.
Never will. Let's just jump right into it, boys. I want to tell y'all this might be a treacherous waters we getting into. Let's get into it. Cool. You know, it has to be terrible for us to talk about it, but who else gonna talk about it? Did y'all hear about the? Well, I know y'all heard about the whistleblower Boeing employee, right? Now I got to give a special shout out. I got to give a special shout out to Jay for this one, bro, because in the famous words of JAYDEN, he said, it's as if Boeing is a bad company overall. He said, hey, bro, the forecasting is crazy over here.
The forecasting is crazy.
Man, let me tell you. So this is what happened. John Barnett, right, had been working for Boeing as a quality manager for over 30 years. In 2017, he retired, and after his retirement, he took legal action against Boeing. John didn't feel safe, sending planes out with malfunctions, and he was retaliated against for raising concerns about the Boeing planes. John even released a statement saying that Boeing would tell him and others that we don't have time to worry about any issues. We need to get as much product out as possible, right? Cool. So y'all know about that.
Yeah, we know all about that.
Yeah, y'all know. Before I get into more, what do y'all have to say? What y'all think? Nothing.
I mean,
what can I say without getting in trouble?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to get got either. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh no, I mean, I'll tell you why we won't get got, bro. Let me finish this up then. After Barnett started talking, the FFA put Boeing under a magnifying glass, which woke up the intergalactic court of social media up and raised suspicion when on March 9th, they found John Barnett unalived from what they think is a self-inflicted gunshot.
Ain't no self-inflicted nothing.
Supposedly.
Ain't no self-inflicted nothing. He was on record saying, I am not suicidal. If anything happened to me, it is not suicide. He is on record saying it.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, we know how they do, man. They've been doing it for years now.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is, like, they think they can fool people. But it's really not about fooling the people. It's about fooling the court of law.
Yeah.
It's like, as long as you can work your way around that system, you're okay.
You not get prosecuted.
Right. Not get prosecuted.
Yeah.
Which is why the justice system is BS.
And if they're found not guilty as opposed to case dismissed,
right.
Double jeopardy, baby. You
can't charge you again.
Yahtzee.
Let me tell you this, though. It turns out, as Oscar said, John ain't told one lie on Boeing. When a recent incident, as far as last Monday, with a 787 Boeing bomb on a South American airline named Lantam abruptly dropped mid-air from Sydney to Auckland because the Boeing personnel got drunk and thought they were making roller coasters. This thrill-seeking Boeing bomb injured 50 people. And if you thought that was bad, these Boeing jawbreakers have had a criminal investigation launched on them by the Justice Department because Boeing has been listening to R. Kelly. They don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Because on another one of these Boeing bombs, the door plug blew straight off the hinges on a 787 MAX in January 9th. And these dummies forgot to put the bolts on that hold the door in place, boys.
And like I think like 2 days ago, there was literally 2 days ago, a day ago, there was a plane that was they said it was a mid-flight, but then they said that it wasn't. I don't know who to believe anymore. But the panels came off the side panels.
I saw that.
They came off the actual plane. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not just all that on you bullshit too happening still.
I mean, it's weird because I feel like there's lackluster effort when putting together airplanes in the first place, just because there's so many different moving parts, right? Obviously, there's a magnifying glass over it all because of Boeing.
Right.
Yeah.
But they definitely have a track record of just malpractice and just not doing it.
It's not the first time either.
No, it's not the first time.
It's been passed and.
No.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'll tell you this. Boeing is actually they are under investigation. The FFA have been following them very closely. And it's funny that you brought that up, the door thing again, because that's exactly what happened. The hatch door blew straight off in the story that I was telling you. The reason for this is because the FFA have been following the engineers around, the guys that's making the planes. On many accounts, the auditors found they witnessed them using hotel key cards to check the door seals. So to make sure the door seal, they're using a thin card instead of using the proper tools. They're using a thin card to check that. Also,
like a debit card.
Like a debit card.
Okay.
They also found that the sealant they use to seal doors, they're using dish soap. They're using soap to seal the doors. Yeah.
Is someone stealing money from Boeing? Where's all of our money going to? You're charging me for baggage and
the craziest
what's going on?
They released a statement saying how sorry they were for sorry for your loss type shit.
Yeah.
The guy.
Sure.
Yeah. Then they found the guy deceased. So
yeah. I mean, but it's about John. Because I mean, it is really sad what happened to him. I mean, they're making it quite obvious that they did that. They're not really hiding it, man. Because I mean, 2 days after the man testified, then all of a sudden he just unalived himself.
I mean, you know what that means? That means most likely what's happening is much bigger than Boeing.
Yeah. Well, I mean. It's a lot of money involved in it,
It's
you think about all the people, because we don't talk about investors enough, bro. You think about all the people that got their pockets in Boeing.
But it looks like they're not the only ones getting in trouble. The FAA may get in trouble too, because they failed 33 of the 89 audits, which is like I
was gonna bring that up next.
And they're just they're probably they're the ones that allowed it.
Hold on. He didn't. Let me tell you this. Out of the 33%, out of the 33 of 89, bro, the problem is not that it's 33 out of 89. The problem more so is that it happened over a 6-week period.
Yeah.
We're not talking about months or years.
6 weeks?
Over 6 weeks, the products that they have produced, bro,
like
33 different times out of 89. That's terrible.
It's like 12 airplanes, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's
like
bad.
Airplanes. That's a lot. That's like almost 6,000 people.
Yeah.
That are, what I'm saying? Like, that you're responsible for.
So
that's insane. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I can see why they would have done that to him, right? It makes sense because, I mean, we talk about that all the time. If you stopping somebody money, especially you said it's $1 trillion company, right? If somebody's trying to stop my $1 trillion company, I mean, people are liable to do whatever they.
You don't have to be $1 trillion company. You can just do
it is.
This idea first.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I get it, but
there's a lot of
I get
stuff.
it.
And it's funny. I mentioned it one time when you said that we were going to mention on here, and like my Twitter started going crazy. Just like information on Boeing. I was like, hey.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man. I'm just saying when you make that amount of money,
anything is possible.
Yeah, anything. I'll do anything to you. Anything to you.
They don't even talk about all the people that Disney's got on. So anyway.
Let me say this. I'll read this to you. This is the last thing we'll say about the Boeing bombs that are being created. We continue to implement immediate changes and develop a comprehensive action plan to straighten our safety and quality and build the confidence of our customers and their passengers. That's what Boeing has to say to us, bro. Just so y'all know.
Thank you.
Quote, end quote. There you go.
Thank you, Boeing. We appreciate your transparency.
If you thought that was bad, wait until you get a hold of this one. Y'all heard about the 11-year-old who was unalive for trying to protect his pregnant mom? Yeah, you have. You have not. I can assume.
No.
Very bad story.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened.
All right.
So this is what happened. 11-year-old boy was stabbed to his unaliving in Chicago while trying to protect his pregnant mom from her ex-boyfriend who had gotten out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one, man.
Was he escape from jail or did he?
I'll tell you right now. I just want to say before we go into it, I just hate when stuff like this happen, man. It's so senseless. Only because when I read this, you'll catch on. But it's like, bro, you got so many warnings about who this guy was. Yeah. Why didn't y'all just lock him up forever?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Or
why does it have to take?
But my thing is, you can blame the mom and shit, bro. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you don't know who you end up with. Until, shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of stuff that guy was on. It's not a.
No, that's a great point.
I've been in jail way too long. I'm not letting this slide.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But I mean, he's given so many. He has shown you so many times who he was. Yeah. Why haven't y'all locked him up? Why does it take for this boy to die for them to be like, oh, yeah, he deserves life now?
Well, I mean, we always said, man, real change doesn't happen. People got to die for real change to happen.
It's crazy,
Blood
man.
must be shed every time decisions need to be
made. That ain't even been working.
Yeah, right. That part. Something's broken. But normally, that's how it goes. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
It's really unfortunate.
It is.
I hate to hear that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just say what happened. So Brand was released on parole after being sentenced for 16 years for a home invasion. He was paroled and placed on electronic monitoring in October, but they sent him back after he had threatened the mom. So he had been threatening her over text messages and, also showed up to her house, and they ended up sending him back, right? He was sent back to prison in February again for another parole violation and then released again. So they sent him again because he did the same thing all over again. He started texting her again, and then they sent him back again. Then he gets out. And on the next day after he gets out, he shows up to the house and he tries to, go after the mom. The son gets in between the guy and the mom, and the guy stabs the son. Also, the mother is now in critical condition. They're trying to save her life. I believe I read something that says she'll make it. The baby's okay, but the son is he's not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's definitely, where was this at? What state?
Chicago, Illinois, but Chicago City.
Guys, come on. That's definitely that's definitely a fail on them. I mean, I was just no, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, for the non-shootout for a couple of days.
Oh, man, that's some weird. That's weird.
Let me say this to you. This is why I have such a big problem with it, and Oscar knows. The guy got arrested for a home invasion. Not the fact that he beat her is the reason why she broke up with him in the first place. So back in 2006, when they were originally dating, can you imagine that? It's 2024. This guy got out. He's been all these years, and you get out and you harass her until you unalive her son. This guy beat her in their original relationship back in 2006 and fired a gun at her.
No. Yeah, I mean, murder, which I don't know how that wasn't a charge.
I don't know.
But I mean, dude, if someone is locked away, he got a 16 years. He did 16.
He did 16
He
years.
did 16 at the parole hearing or the bail hearing, whatever the fuck.
No, he did 16 years in the original case. They released him on parole. He violated. They sent him back. He violated again.
Okay, so when he got sent back again, there has to be like a zoom out moment of like, okay, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Like he should have never been released.
No.
Not after getting out two times and then doing the same thing.
He should have never been released a third time.
Yeah.
So that's really.
Like, I don't know how they didn't notice. Like it just got progressively worse.
Right.
They decided like, hey, it's fine.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it was worse when he did it in 2000. He shot at her and beat her up.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like, I don't know if I'm a judge, if I'm a DA or whatever, and I see that this dude has the record that he has, and he just did 16. 16?
There's no way.
I think in 06, the DV laws weren't as strict as they would be today.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I can see that. I can see that. But 16, man, that's
way
something,
little,
dude. I mean, but that's something. That's something to look at and be like, okay, maybe this person should be
violent
out right now.
Not only that, we don't even know the details of that whole.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, he's violent.
Exactly.
Right.
He's absolutely a violent person. So
and that's my thing too. Like, I'm all for systems that work properly. And it's like, if we're going to do this, if y'all going to lock people up, these are the type of people that need to be locked up.
Yeah.
It's these people, the people that will knowingly stab a child to death.
Yeah.
It's them.
Yeah. And a pregnant woman as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but anyway, hey, man, I just want to say condolences to her family. Rest in peace to that kid. Yeah, we want to just send that energy your way. Anyway, on today's episode of Leave Them Kids Alone.
Leave them alone.
That was good. That was good.
I know y'all heard about the Utah couple that have been having intercourse with their own daughter, right? At this point, we're not even sharing this to you. We telling y'all, family. We telling y'all. Oh man, and there's nothing funny about it. Trust me. Y'all gotta say anything before we get into it? Before I explain it? Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah, bro.
Terminator.
Yeah.
SS school.
Okay. Yeah. SS school. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. I saw something in the article that basically said they didn't want her to have sexual relations with strangers.
Yeah.
So they thought it was better that they did it with her.
Yeah.
And the logic behind that is absolutely sick.
Yeah.
It's absolutely sick.
All right. So this is what happened.
Chemical castration.
No.
Death.
Yeah. Yeah. They
What state is this?
Utah.
Oh, they're not getting death, but
so this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
A Utah Mormon mother and stepfather got locked up after their 15-year-old daughter phoned the police on March 7th and told the people that they had been raping her. So the people questioned both parents and they also questioned the daughter. And both parents admitted that what she was saying was 100% true. So they admitted they had been raping her, both of the parents. They said the reason why, as Jordan told us a few seconds ago, was because they wanted to teach her about intercourse and because that it was safer than her having sex with strangers. This is why the parents of this child felt as though it was safer for her to have sex with them than to have sex with strangers. These are words that came out of these people's mouths, family. This is what came out of these people's mouths. When the girl was 14, both parents bought her sex toys and taught her how to use them on herself as well as the parents. The mother denied recently that the stepfather had been having sex with the daughter and said that she only watched or he only watched them have sex with each other. Thank you. But what happened was the stepfather admitted to having full-blown sex with the daughter. Both parents are being charged with rape, and the stepfather is being hit with some extra charges. So just so y'all know, let me clear that part up again. So they were saying that the mother was saying that what happened was the daughter was watching them have sex, but then the father came out and said, no, we were all having sex, all three of them. So yeah.
You sure it was a stepfather? I thought it was her dad.
No, stepfather. This is her This is her stepfather.
Shout out religious nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this, but it's never. Man, I won't get into it.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, is this the first time we've had the Mormons on the show?
No, you weren't here for that episode, but what's
Oh.
that? Ruby Frankie.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say,
You're fucking it up, bro.
yeah, no, we know.
They're gonna
We
be in
know.
the comment section talking about this not all Mormons.
It's not all Mormons.
Just like it's not all Christians, it's not all Catholics.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, man, that is just sick, man. Just sick, man. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Terrible, man.
I'm sorry. I don't even have much to say to that.
Yeah, I know.
And they wonder why, like, the state takes it upon themselves to be like, we're gonna have sex education classes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because I mean, people's interpretation of things is jaded, bro. They come up with all kind of different things in their own head and come to all kind of different solutions and narratives. So I can see that.
The thing with that is, though, I grew up in the state of California, and our sex ed was terrible, and I think that was everyone's experience, at least in this country.
Yeah.
With that. So, I could see why some parents would be like, oh, we're going to take it amongst ourselves to teach. But like you said, not everyone's viewpoint on that is the same.
I don't even think this was a viewpoint. I think this was just being sick just to be sick and using an excuse.
Yeah, it's an excuse.
No, definitely using it as an excuse. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Anyway, on today's episode of Question of the Day.
What is the question of the day?
Shocker. Always go to. Wait, what are we talking about? Hold on. Go ahead and ask.
I know we all know the U.S. House has passed a bill that forces TikTok to cut ties with its owner or be banned. So here's the question. How do y'all feel about the TikTok ban? And I got a couple other questions to follow that up. So how do y'all feel about that first?
Hey man, I guess it's cool as long as my government's spying on me, not the Chinese.
I disagree. I think. Well, first off, I don't think the women are going to let this pass. I think they're gonna be rioting in the streets.
There's way too many jobs and things at risk for them to. Just
man, dude, because they got TikTok brain. TikTok brain is a real thing. Shout out to the Tates. TikTok brain is a real thing. Okay, there are individuals that literally wake up and the first thing they do is get on TikTok. I'm not saying we all don't do that, but I'm saying there's people who do it religiously.
Yeah.
This is all they do.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. I believe TikTok truly has ruined the psyche of a impressionable youth.
Yeah,
for sure. They've done more damage than Instagram for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Next question. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that this is a power move for control, or is this about protecting the people? You kind of already answered that, Oscar.
Power
but
move.
You think it's a power move?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't want to get into it, but the main lobbyists who put it up.
We know. Yeah,
you know who they're taking care of, and you know who the donors are.
Yeah, we know. Y'all not slick. Stop playing with us, man.
The reason isn't the jobs. It's not any of that. It's because they're showing what's really happening.
Yeah, exactly. Which is great. I'd rather them just show us and tell us instead of doing the whole Bush covert crap. Okay, just tell us. It's definitely a power move. Imagine all the data TikTok has at their disposal,
man.
And so does the Can I say their name? I don't think I can say their name.
No.
Yeah. See, that's how terrible.
Yeah, I know.
But a certain government body has a lot of information.
But that's what I'm saying.
And they're very, very far. They're far, far away, and it's kind of scary for them. I get it. If I was in their shoes, I'd be scared too. Y'all should be.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's all right.
I say something. Yeah. No.
I'll talk to you guys after.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. I gotta ask this too. Is TikTok really bad, or is it just social media overall? Because I would lean more towards on the side. It's just social media, period. Phones.
One day.
All technology.
Well, one day.
Yeah.
I went on TikTok. And I saw a video of a woman breastfeeding her child.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. It's cool to have that acceptable. It's breastfeeding. It's natural. And then I looked a little closer, and I saw that the child was fake.
Yeah.
I saw it was a fake baby.
Mm-hmm.
A $1,000, $2,000 fake baby. And then I realized, and I was like, why would they do this? And I look in the comments, and it's because there's a bunch of incel 40-year-old men that are turned on and attracted by this. And that's when I thought to myself, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's just social media in general.
It definitely is social media in general.
Because since Instagram came around, it's been all about beauty stuff. MySpace, I felt like when we had like the beginning stages of MySpace, Facebook,
it was innocent.
It felt more like you are connecting with people. Yeah. You are like going around.
I had a MySpace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then as soon as like all the
Facebook
short form interactions started coming out, that's when everything started going to crap.
Yeah, I think Facebook started it. I think Facebook really started it because that's where you got to see like those chain letters, and you would see some very weird stuff on there.
I just talked about this with a coworker. How there's like two phases of the internet. Like I want to say pre 2012, the internet or just social media in general was more of a place to like detach from reality, and kind of get a good laugh in, and it's wholesome.
Yeah.
Now I see people die every day on this app, on these apps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this?
It's
this
toxic.
This is not what I grew up with.
Yeah. It's very.
And we go back to it's the thing where like that's really what they want to hide from TikTok,
right?
Because of what's happening out east.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
like now with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. Whatever you want, especially Reddit. Reddit is so uncensored. You get to see everything that's happening in the world, no matter what side you're on, and you get to decide now what kind of person you are.
Yeah, or where you stand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it doesn't pan out the way that people up here want it to pan out.
Yeah, because and that was my next thing. I'm not even gonna ask a question. It's the propaganda pushing, right?
Yeah,
they want us to believe a certain thing, so we think, these people over here, they're bad. These are bad people, and we're the good people, and you should believe what we tell you, and they need to shut up, and we must unalive all of them because they're very bad people, without ever giving those people a side of a story to say what actually is going on. And we don't know. Just like you brought it up to me, it was certain songs that we listen to that are very popular songs, have been played on the radio millions of times, that are describing what's going on, but we like the song so much we're not even listening to it. We're not hearing the words.
The thing that I noticed about that, what you're saying about seeing things from all over the world, I think TikTok does a good job at least displaying that and giving you access to that,
Yeah.
as opposed to all the things that are ran by Meta. Those platforms are way more rigid and way more secured on what you can show.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like, yeah, I don't want a different government knowing certain things about me,
Right.
but at the same time, these people aren't going to censor me per
Right.
se. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The same way. So it's
No.
super conflicting.
Yeah.
It's extremely conflicting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, and it's way bigger than a lot of us could ever imagine. But it's the beginnings of something crazy. So that's all I got to say.
It sure is, man.
It's never happened before.
Reporting live from Florida.
I can't get up because my leg is stuck.
I love you, Florida.
You're lucky.
We love you, Florida.
I do not like you, Florida.
Florida, welcome back, Florida.
No, Florida, go back where you came from.
The fact that you're part of this country.
I love y'all, man. Y'all heard about the Florida man acting like he was captured by the cartel to get money from his wife so he can get the blow, baby.
The blow, baby. Where's the blow?
Where's the blow, baby?
Where's the blow?
I hate to tell you this, bro.
Yeah.
Standard practice, my boy. Standard practice.
Hey, man, make the wrong move and it can get real. Don't forget it.
You know
Don't
what I'm
forget
saying?
it.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather show you than tell you, man. So Jordan gonna get pissed off at me, so bear with me, family. It's a regular old Florida day.
Sunshine State Day, homie.
Yeah,
The water is just not right.
The water's never right.
The sun is setting people on fire. The rocks are boiling, and the gators are out. When dun dun dun, a wife, aka Blow White, realized her 29-year-old husband, Eric, where's the blow, Johnson, was missing. So she reported it. When she got home, she realized she had some messages from an unknown caller demanding she put up or else they would Mortal Kombat skull crush Eric. Eric played as Troy, the middleman, and let his wife know that they were being blackmailed and that she needed to send money to her husband. So what does Blow White do? She sends the money, which in total between May 2020 through December 2023, she sent $71,759.78 to this man's Cash App, pretending he was captured by the cartel so he could keep getting his blow, baby.
Where's the blow, baby? Hey.
Like I said, bro, standard practice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by none of this, bro.
Nah. You did what it
Standard
is.
practice, bro.
Yeah.
Just gonna tell us your wife you kidnapped a little bit, come back 3 months later.
Crazy.
They had me doing the craziest stuff. Just
But for 3 years, man?
Yeah.
3 years?
all you had to do was go back to Mexico.
Nah, yeah.
She wasn't chasing.
Nah, hell. She
She
was busy.
She was busy sending money.
Getting money, sending money.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Florida.
That's really something.
Wait, so what, did he get charged with fraud or something?
Yeah, he got charged. They caught him. That's why they didn't really put his charges up. But I'm pretty sure he gonna face some time. She's pissed, bro. 71,000.
I would be too, bro.
That's a
Civil
lot.
suit and everything, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to just lose.
That's a house.
Yeah, a nice down payment.
Down payment of a house in Texas.
Yeah, that's
Not out
a
here.
nice down
That's not
payment.
even a down payment. That's 75% paid off in Texas.
He ain't lying.
Man.
It might be in Florida too, because their houses are not as expensive.
Damn,
So
bro. Like, why do you keep sending money to his Cash App after 2 months? Like, why am I not sending it to like a bank account?
Yeah. Like
That's-
Even at the park or
a
something.
bit more legit, bro. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. She crazy to fall for that, but
Nah,
I
she
mean,
crazy.
you know,
Love is a drug.
Hey,
what if he slipped up?
Feel
and was
me?
like, babe, you stopped sending me money.
Hey, bro, he probably got so high one time and probably, hey, where's the cash at, babe? And she's like, what?
Hey, call the phone number. Hello,
Eric, is that you? All right, here we go, boys. On this episode of Where Did That Happen?
I already know the answer.
Sadly, I'm going to give you the answer. Right. It was India. India did it. It was India, boys.
What don't they do?
What don't they do? India did it, family. It was India.
All the rich culture and history that India has out the window. Out the window, completely just gone. I don't even know what he's going to say, but I know you can just throw it out the window, okay? Do your mudras.
Hey, Sasuke, all I need, because of all this shit that I seen these past 2 weeks, is for them to, when I get over there, they got to run over a cow now. They got to. It's only fair that they do one bad thing that they think it's worse.
We got beef, serious beef with India.
Hey, what OG Mo said? You guessed it. You was right. You was right, bro.
You was right.
Man. So, did y'all hear about the woman who was gang raped in India this past week?
In front of her husband?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. She didn't have that little contraption?
No.
With the teeth.
You know unfortunately, nah, man. That's not how this gonna go. This is what happened. There was a couple who started world traveling around a decade ago, right? Mm-hmm. The woman is a dual national of Spain and Brazil, and the man from Spain. She is 28 and he is 63. So they decided to go to India on this trip, where they went biking through India. One day in particular, they were riding the bike from West Bengal to Nepal. On the way, they stopped in a city called Sharkhan around 5 p.m. They got tired and they started to set up a camp right outside of the city. During the time they were in the tent, 7 men went inside the tent, beat the man and the woman, dragged them out, robbed them, and all 7 of them raped the woman. All 7 of them took turns. At around 11 p.m., they flagged down a patrol car. The couple flagged down a Indian police patrol car, and they took them to the hospital because they were trying to tell them what had happened, but of course they don't understand. At the hospital, the police didn't understand, so they took them to the hospital.
They speak English in India.
The police said they didn't understand what they were talking about. I don't know. I have no idea, dude. That's what the police said. So they took them to the hospital. Go ahead, say what you said.
Y'all get conquered by England and don't English.
So they went to the hospital and they tell the doctors what happened. Right? No, you good, man. It's funny. So that's when the doctors were able to notify the authorities, and they went on the hunt for these guys. They actually found 3 of them. The other 4 are still on the run. But let me tell you, this gets even worse. Cut the music. This incident has sparked an outrage for tourist safety in India, specifically women's safety in India, because it is said by the Indian government that every 18 minutes in India, a woman is raped. Every 18 minutes in India as a country, a woman is raped. Every 18 minutes.
I'm going to go cook some burgers out there. And God forbid anybody get close to me, I swear to God.
Hey, so isn't okay? I was gonna say, first off, condolences to the couple.
Yeah,
that's a crazy age difference, but regardless, that's beside the point.
They started dating. Well, yeah, that is.
They were having fun.
That is a little
okay. Everyone, okay, it's normal. It's normal. It happens. But they were trying to have a good time traveling the world. Regardless of what your situation is, that's something you don't want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I was gonna say, isn't that a thing out there? It's an epidemic. They have an issue with grape. Their men objectify women to a crazy degree, to the point where they grape women like publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen many stories about this, and it's very odd. I don't understand like what is not happening that is preventing this.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now because this story get a whole lot darker, dude. It's worse than the couple.
Oh, that's right.
So I'll run a couple stories with you.
Rabbit hole into the void.
Yes, sir. You heard about the woman who she actually went down to India to cure her depression. She was having depressive whatever. And she was raped and beheaded and found hung upside down in India. That's not it, boys.
What's the point now?
Hold on. They also said that she was lured by two men and then sexually assaulted, and then they decided to butcher her body. So that's what they released on that case. Let me go to the next one. 6 men jailed for grape, ooh, almost got me, of a Swiss tourist in India. That's not it. U.S. tourist alleges she was gang raped in a New Delhi hotel in 2016. British woman, 48 years old, allegedly raped in India's tourist hotspot.
That was just reparations.
Okay.
Dutch tourists raped and stabbed at a resort in Goa Sea in March 2023, March 31st. And that's not it. Man held for sexually harassing a Korean vlogger.
Dude.
Okay.
In 2023 of April.
First off, we almost got that on video. Good job. Secondly, do y'all want money? Do y'all want the money? Do y'all want other people to come to y'all country? Okay. Some parts of it already smell like, cat piss. So, what I'm being serious, and I'm being for real. I'm being for real. All the history and culture of India is what we're there for. Everything else out the window.
Yeah, let it go.
I'm being so serious.
Let it go.
That is unnecessary.
Let it go.
The scary part too is they're not deterred by cameras.
No, they're not.
There's videos of these people just coming up and just sitting down and talking.
There's a thing too where they stare.
Yeah.
They do staring. They do a staring thing. Like if they see like a woman in a bikini, they'll literally just sit there and they'll just be like.
Yeah, you saw that video of that woman dancing, and she talked about that. That was how I started.
And the excuse is, oh, well, they don't see this every day. Like it's India. There's people all over the world that come.
That shouldn't even be an excuse.
All the time.
Man.
It's not even an excuse.
That's disgusting, dude.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that's interesting, man.
I got one final part for y'all. The reason why they're able to do this is because the government, or some political parties, have released statements on how they feel about these grapings and these grapplers. Here's what they have to say. Child marriage is a solution to grape and other atrocities against women. Even in the Mughal era, people would marry off their daughters early to save them from the atrocities of the Mughals. Leader of the Indian National Dal political party is what he had to say. Another guy, grape is punishable by hanging in Islam, but here nothing happens to women, only men. Think about that for a second. Nothing happens to women, only men. Something happens to a man for raping a woman, he has a problem with that, right? Even the woman is guilty, he goes on to say.
Okay.
Solution is this. Any woman, whether married or unmarried, goes along with a man with or without her consent should be hanged. Okay. Both should be hanged. It shouldn't be allowed even if a woman goes by consent.
So the idea there is that it is the woman's fault for getting raped because she is not yet married.
I'm guessing so.
Just for being a woman,
or just
for being a woman. Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Yeah. So
it's more.
Unfortunately, like I'm not intelligent enough in that area to know the background of that because I know that has a deep religious root.
Yeah, I think
it like that.
It has to do. I think it has to do with the arranged marriages.
Okay, yeah, that is the status quo,
right?
Still to this day
over there.
Yeah.
And then if you, I mean, it's not. It wasn't just a certain race or religion doing this back in the days. I mean, there were Christians,
everybody did it.
Catholics. Everybody was burying off 15. Lifespans were shorter.
Okay.
Lifespans were shorter. Let's be real. People was dying at 30.
In India,
40.
I don't know about India.
I don't know about India, but like in other places.
Yeah,
so
okay. Yeah.
And I think it started changing the way. I'm not trying to justify it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it started changing the longer we started living.
Right.
It's not okay no more.
Let me tell you this. Before you finish that thought, let me tell you this.
We've grown and evolved to understand that they're not mentally capable of that.
Let them hear this part, and I'll let y'all talk. Let them hear this.
All right.
There's more.
You're not done?
No, I'm not done. There's more.
All right.
When being raped, she shouldn't fight back. She should just be silent and allow the grape. Then they'd have to drop her off after doing her and only hit the boy. You can't clap with one hand. It takes two hands. A decent girl won't roam around at 9 o'clock at night. A girl is far more responsible for her grape than a boy. Boy and girl are not equal. Housework, housekeeping is for girls, not roaming in discos and bars at night, doing wrong things, wearing wrong clothes. About 20% of girls are good. I'm not done. If a daughter or a sister is engaged in premarital activities, disgraced herself, and allowed herself to lose face and character by doing such things, I would most certainly take this sort of sister or daughter to a farmhouse in front of my entire family, and I would petrol her and set her alight. The Sang Han, defense lawyer for the Dali gang grape accused. This I got only 5 to 6 people are not the culprits of the victim's daughter is as guilty as her rapist. She should have called the culprit's brothers and begged before them to stop. This could have saved her dignity and her life. Can you clap with one hand? I don't think so. One more. It's not the woman. It's not like the woman. Women do not like grape. It's not like, this is how this guy started off. It's not like the women do not like grape. This is how you start this sentence off. They like it sometimes. They willingly like it sometimes. That is the psychology. Outwardly, they show sometimes. Displeasure inwardly, they do. What are you even talking about? Who are you, Yoda? Come on, man.
Okay. I'm going to say something absolutely terrible now.
Well,
I'm going to say something really bad.
Well,
and not everyone's going to get it, but I don't think it's cool because I don't think it's cool to fly chemtrails around these parts. Go send them over there. We don't need them over here. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, this is sick.
That's all I gotta say.
This is sick.
Go send the airplanes over there. I don't want them over here,
dude. These are people that make laws, man. This is what they have to say.
Okay, go back to dude who was like, "I'm going to light my dog."
You want me to read that again?
Yes, can you read that?
Listen,
bro, that shit is
listen.
nuts.
This is the one in one of the cases. This is the lawyer, the defense lawyer. This is what he said. This is what he stood up and said in the court. He said, if my daughter or sister engaged in premarital activities and disgraced herself and allowed herself to lose face and character by doing such things, I would most certainly take this sort of sister or daughter to my farmhouse, and in front of my entire family, I would patrol her and set her alight. He would set her on fire.
What?
These people do realize that the penis is an organ too, right?
Right.
I don't think so.
They don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think they know that. I don't think they. I don't.
So let's and it sucks because I wish we had someone of Indian descent here with us to give us a better idea of the outlook of this culture. Because for me, this is foreign, and it's easy for us to completely
berate it and
because it just doesn't. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, guys. It's not. You're Indian of descent in the comment section. We need some explanations because this doesn't look good.
Well, I'll tell you something. There was an Indian woman who spoke, and you know what the government said to her? Don't make it seem like it's all of us. We understand it's happening, but don't try to ruin our great country. Okay. Is what she said. So let me tell you something. That is very nice what you said, but these people are sick.
Well,
they're sick.
Great country. Come on, guys.
They're sick.
I seen y'all cooking with your feet. Shut up.
No.
This is sick, please. Man.
Great
yeah.
Dude, send me.
This is sick, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't.
It's only sick.
They get treated worse than that's why I keep saying cows, bro. They get treated worse than cows. Not even dogs and then cats and animals. Cows.
Yeah, man. It's sick. This is terrible. And I hey, by the way, shout out to Abba and Preach because I saw a lot of this from them, and I wanted to continue the conversation because, man, this is terrible. We need to make sure that every American woman, every Western woman knows. I know we're terrible when we're on the other side of things, but no woman, you don't deserve that.
No. I can't throw us under the bus like that. Like, yes, there are parts of this country that are just kind of like completely atrocious. There's things that are happening that are just like dumbfounded.
Yeah.
But there's a thing called a frequency. When the frequency of an event is happening, that's when you know something's really drastically wrong. Yeah. So like for out here, you can say it's people who go into schools with firearms.
Yeah.
That's a high frequency event. There's a problem there. When you have a problem with tourists getting raped at a high frequency, I don't know, what did you say? It was every
these are the Indian women, man.
No. You said this.
You said there was a grape.
That was the Indian women.
No, I know, but what you said
is every 18 minutes an Indian woman.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. It's a high frequency, so it's a real issue.
Because it's not just a tourist issue. No. They're trying to make it a tourist issue.
No, it's not just
a tourist issue. The tourists vocalized it,
right?
But it's not a tourist issue. Right. It's a woman issue, and it's happening not just to
the
tourist women. It's happening to local women, and the only reason we're not going to be going in on local women is because they're local and.
Right.
We're not going to look at it as our problem. Like, when it starts happening to the tourists, that's when it's our problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Which it is our problem. Like my mom said to me, she was going to go to India today. I'd be like,
nah,
I don't think you should. I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? So
I mean, because it's not just one section of India; it's India as a whole.
Yeah.
Do you hear how many different cities and states that are named off?
That's a big country, bro.
Yeah,
man.
It's not even that
it's a problem.
Big, it's just heavily populated. Right. So heavily populated.
And I thought I heard something that there's more men there than there are women.
Yeah, right? That's true.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I don't know how that's possible, but maybe it's the food.
Yeah, I don't know.
The beheadings.
Or beheadings.
But I don't know, man. Yeah. Anyway,
we could honestly I could drag India if I really wanted to.
Yeah,
but we're not going to. Going to. Because we're no better. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got to do something about this.
Yeah. If you are sensitive to any one of the topics that we talk about or show you on this show, we
do
not
care. Don't care. Still don't care.
Never cared.
India, I don't want to hear anything from y'all ever again.
The only thing we do seem to care about is if you like, comment, subscribe, and watch all of our videos. Remember to force everybody you know to watch, comment, likes, and subscribe. Watch all of our videos.
Watch the videos.
Watch the videos.
Remember, believe in us.
And not in you.
And not in you.